It can pull me into the mode of being triggered. Trickery. Let's call this trickery, because that's exactly what this topic is.
This is not a test. I repeat, this is not a test. This is not a test. I repeat, this is not a test. You are entering Tara's terrestrial aura. Are you ready? I repeat, this is not a test. This is not a test.
Hey loves, I just want to stop in for a quick YouTube video to recognize the fact that we have lost humanity. We have lost touch with the idealism of being ourselves without any conditions of the state of our being anything different than another person's, without it being interpreted into a way to where we feel that we are a higher embodiment of ourselves by being more than another because of the presentation that another person gives. We have lost ourselves in the aspect of feeling that we are entitled to tell someone what to do or how to live or how to think, or that if their thinking or their way of thinking is outside of the box and version to the way that we think of that our conversion of our matter, of our states of being here. We've lost ourselves in the concept of belief that we feel that we have to do the same exact thing, to be the same exact way in order to survive and coexist with one another. And in that element of saying that we felt ourselves, those of us who have not felt ourselves by not falling victim into the patternhood of the societal structures that tell us who and what to be, those of us that have not fallen victim into that fake falsified reality, those are the ones of us that have found ourselves, and we are sending the signal out at the highest frequency wave possible. And we are sending out the essence to let you know that we are here together, we are here. And the ones that are not meant to hear this will never know, and that's okay. We're connected for a reason, and those of us that are connected will feel the interception of our connection to where we can converge. So let's be our convergence in the simulation of the simulator of this momentum of now. I love you.
The inception of perception. I am not of quantum entangled.
Hey loves, thank you for joining me. Thank you. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm always so happy to share this space with you. I know I've been kind of incognito for a bit as far as like recording videos of my own essence and not just the Emerald tablets, which I will have the Emerald tablet part 3, section 3, uploaded very, very soon. I do plan on recording that either tonight or tomorrow, and when you're seeing this, that would probably mean that you'll see it within the next 24 hours from this video, unless it's already been in a happening of now, because time is something that moves in this moment, and as I'm speaking, it's moving, but not at the same pace as the pace in which you are receiving this message, because it'll be a whole other time space momentum of now whenever you actually receive this transmission of this. So yeah, loves, there's some matters that I feel that need to be touched on a little bit, and I want to touch on them with you. And it could be a little bit of touching taboo maybe to some, but to me it's a matter of what this world has become, what this world is doing, what this world is being, how this world is conceiving this conceptual matter of thought and the processes in which we're forming. So as society becomes more conforming, it's starting to be more evident that the division and the separation is becoming more imperative. It's becoming more imperative in a way of people seeing each other as we're pit against one another. If one has a belief that's different than the other's belief, we already do this in things of like race and structures of like all of the different things, like classes of social economics and things like that. But now we're doing it in a whole other way, and this way is doing it through the scenes of our backs, if you know what I mean. I have to speak in a simwai-walama of inner code, because of the fact that this is something that we are heavily being shift with our sensors of our sense of perception. And that's another part of this that tells you that we need to take a deeper look at the reflection of what this matter is that's occurring. Why would we be being put into a place of feeling as if we cannot speak on certain things if these certain things did not matter? Why would we feel that we have to do something, or that there would be an incentive or something because it's what society wants? Excuse my video because it's going to be like really crazy wonky apparently video-wise because it's not staying up the way I wanted to. But yeah, guys, shit's getting real. It used to be like people were saying this stuff about like, oh, I'm a Karen, or she's a Karen, or this or that, and it was like I was never, but people were judging people based off of like someone who actually, what is a Karen now? Stands up, voices their opinions, and speaks up and doesn't believe in everything that is being said and doesn't think that it's illogical to have to follow these rules of this reality that these gods have created in power that really have no power over any of us other than themselves, and they like to have the power to be able to say they have the power, and they hold it, and they give us money, and they do things to be able to make us feel as if we matter, but really ultimately they give zero about us. And ultimately this is a game of eugenics, and it's a game of like who's going to be the survival of the fittest, who's going to be left, who's going to be here when it all crumbles down. That's the question. Will you be here, or are you going to get your third round? And you know what I mean when I say that, because you know exactly what I'm referring to, because it's that much of a reference in our society right now. And that's the shame of the matter. That's the name of the game. Knowing that everything has to be a manipulated, misconstrued, conceptualized thought to be able to even be processed, because anymore everyone is in their own mental processings of themselves to where they're so like unraveled and engulfed in what they're told and what they believe and what is right and what is wrong. But the thing is, we're all here entitled to our own belief of this reality. We're all here entitled to see life for what it is and live it for as it's meant to be. And whenever we stop doing that because we're believing something that we see on a television screen or on a computer screen or whatever it may be, whenever we stop and we look at something as if we have to base it out of fear, and we move into that fear-based reality, that realm that it seems we all hold so dear. I don't hold that dear. Do you hold that dear? I don't. I think that it's crazy. I think it's absolutely absurd to be living in a mind fuck of clusters, thinking that it's healthy to be able to just like be in this mind of thinking that everything is out to get me and everything is due in time. Like, no, that's not a way of living. That's not a way of being. That's not a way of consciously seeing if you want to thrive. But if you don't want to thrive and you just simply want to survive, go do that. Go do those things. Go do it, because I don't care. That's the thing. I don't care, but I will not be impacted by the infractions of this society and by the moldings in which are stone and trying to be instone on me, because I am no longer a part of this reality. I refuse it. I rebuke it, and I will not be a part of it. And if you feel that way too, like, share, and comment on this video. Let me know. Let's share our experiences. Let's share this life experiment, because that is all it is. And are you choosing to be the experimenter, the creator of your reality, or are you choosing to be the specimen? Because it's that simple. Choose wisely. It's your choice. You are loved. And I thank you for listening and watching this video. Hey love, so I am back because I've just realized that I found myself being triggered, being affected, and pulling myself into, or being pulled into, an emotional whirlwind. And it was almost like one of those things, like whenever you're like, oh, I'm so grateful, thank you for showing me myself, thank you for showing me an area that I could do better on, because I needed that. All this trickery, because that's exactly what this topic is. Let ourselves absorb into outside matters than ourselves, and then we kind of like get pulled into it, and then we go crazy and we go full on like, I'm in defense mode, I'm in battle mode, I'm in war mode, blah, 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 blah. I even posted, like, for a very brief moment, I shared a YouTube short here.
So life is such a clusterfuck that I made it a song. Do you want to hear it? You can sing along if you want to, like, if you pick up on the algorithm. It's not that hard. It goes a little something like this. I'd rather be a Karen than a sheep. I'd rather be a Karen than a sheep. You may think that makes me weak, but I'd rather be a Karen than a sheep. Go get your mask, go get your vaccine, because I'd rather be a Karen than a sheep. Watch who falls asleep. Oops, you slipped out of reality. Because I'd rather be a Karen than a sheep.
And it was me going on about how, like, pretty much I'd rather be a Karen than be a sheep. And then I realized, like, I'm not calling anybody a sheep because we're not sheep. It's just we're all at different points and levels of awareness. And whenever we accept that, then we can see that it's not a matter of someone being right or someone being wrong. It's a matter of us all having our different beliefs and coming to an understanding the fact that we're going to see things differently. We're going to live life differently. We're going to take something, one person can take something one way and another person can take it completely different, because life is a matter of perspectives, and we have to acknowledge that, accept it, embrace it, and embody that within ourselves. So this is my comeback from that energy field into the realization of myself, to realize that it was not my field, it was not my energy, it was an energy that was being projected onto me from outside entities and outside forces that are doing a lot with the control of the consciousness, trolling of ourselves, which I hate to see it happen. I am fully aware of it. I'm not giving myself up to it to become a part of it. I'm not surrendering to it. I'm not accepting it. I'm not going to become it. And I still feel the way I feel about my stance on how society is functioning and how I will not fall victim of the hoods of society's victimhood, because I feel like that's a whole thing on its own. But yeah, so I just wanted to share that little tidbit of talk with you to end and conclude this video. Now I love you so much, so I'll just take us back to the end of the last video and to the outro, and I'll talk to you soon. I love you, and I thank you for being here with me. You're so incredibly valued. If you enjoy my content, please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in another momentum of now, space, and time. Thank you. A little reminder that playing the victim, bitches, that ain't never gonna get you out of no victimhood. Period. Just saying. Real facts have to be said sometimes. Love you.